the Superman promo for CinemaCon. I'm about to share my screen here with you guys for a second with some of these photos here. Pull up my present this 1 second, family. Here we go. Do you see this here, brother?
Yeah, let me.
Perfect. Okay, so here's some of the Superman promo that we have seen right here. So here's one photo here of this is the Fortress of Sato. It looks very, very small in this, but anyway, it's probably small for the image. And the Superman is flying outside of it. We also see another image right here of David Cornswell Superman. By the way, bro, didn't know dude's eyes was this blue. Pause. But this is a photo of him flying with the cape. Love the cape. By the way, man, you come on, really the bulge? You gotta chill with that. Then we have a photo of Superman in all blue with the red S, and then Metropolis is sitting under here. And then we have another image of just David Cornsweet kind of like in the sky with the Superman look. So how did you feel about these promo for photos?
It looks like the way Batman Forever looks on Max. Not in the bad way. The bottom right one, I mean, it looks exactly like that.
Oh, yeah.
But I will say, I don't like these photos. I don't like. I think they look cheap. I think the underwear over pants looks horrible. The bulge, like, it's crazy that made it this far. It's the best one is the bottom left, and that's crazy. I don't think the photos themselves, like the one on the top right, could probably look better, but like against that white, it makes it look cheap. I would have just used like Space Horizon or something.
Yeah.
And yeah, I really, bro, the way the underwear over pants looks on the top left one is so bad.
So I liked some of them, didn't like all of them. And you and I have talked about this a lot, and I told you that, like, I do think this rollout has been very messy. But I want to really dig into the suit, because seeing this has really changed my opinion, and I really regret making that one video that did like 600 on TikTok, because I've been getting hell for it for the past like 2 weeks. But it's fine,
Who's giving you hell?
Huh?
Who's giving you hell?
Oh, all of the people in the chat, because I thought the suit was a certain way. In that first
chat or on in the comments.
In the comments, because I thought the suit looked one way. Like, don't you know that original one that's like the best?
It looks like more form fitting, and now it
yes,
doesn't.
And now I'm getting hell about, which I deserve it. It's whatever. I think it's funny. You know what I mean? It's funny. But anyway, so it is a good look at Superman's suit, but I will say I'm not the biggest fan of the thickness of the suit. And the suit reminds me of two suits. It first off reminds me of Captain America's suit in Avengers Age of Ultron. And when I say Age of Ultron, is because Steve Rogers' Captain America had a really thicker suit. You know what I mean? And the reason why he had a thick suit was because he was in the cold. You know what I mean? So, and because the movie's kind of sort of during the cold time. But anyways, and so, but with Captain America, the thicker suit works because Captain America is a tactical character. You know what I mean? And
it's like an army fatigue.
Exactly. And the way that it fit, it was able to show Chris Evans' physique. And even if we're going to get deeper, they definitely took inspiration for this suit from Jason, from the Aquaman suit, because the Aquaman suit is just like this, as in the thickness of the actual suit. But again, Jason Momoa's physique shined through that Aquaman suit, which made it fit so well. And they also utilized CGI in his shoulders as well. So with Superman, and if you watch the shows on the made a show, even in the final suit of Superman and Lois, even though it's fake, even though this is kind of fake or whatever, one thing that shows through the costumes of Superman is his physique. And one of the things that I always thought about, because guys, I work out in the gym. I'm not husky, but I maintain. I don't think they gave David Cornswell enough time to actually bulk, to actually get husky for Superman. And this suit shows that. You know what I mean? Like, he probably put on muscle, but like, he didn't put on enough, because his physique should be showing through this costume. And it's either because the suit is too thick, number one, or number two, he just didn't put on enough. Now, I will say this. I do love the cape. I think the cape is awesome. And I love the yellow S on the bag as well. But yeah, man. And another reason maybe they just don't have the bread to, make another suit or whatever. But, You know, like the suit is not a make it or break it for me because it's not that bad. But seeing it up close really just wasn't what I thought it was, bro. You know, it wasn't what I thought it was at all. And I don't think it looks like Guardians of the Galaxy costume, but it just wasn't what I expected.
So I'm going to send you a photo because I remember this.
Let me
It
see.
hit the internet, and everyone was talking about how bulked up he got. And it's interesting for me that this suit doesn't matter to you so much because you're crazy over suits.
So this is my wait. Let me just see the picture. And bro, and like just
He
being
bulked
real,
up to 230.
and bro, just being real, like that don't like. I hate using his name because people want to start thinking I'm like Snyder Cult, but like but this to me looks lean. I need Superman to be like bulky. You know what I mean? Like Superman's supposed to be kind of like this, not like this. You know what I mean?
You-
Like Core Sweat looks lean husky, where I need Superman to be a little wider. Like because Henry Cavill Superman, which I think is the perfect example of Superman, he wasn't a lean bulker. He was bulky. You know what I mean? And with Superman, like that's kind of his character. He's a big, bulky guy. You know what I mean? So I'm not the biggest fan of the look. And look, I am the costume connoisseur. But the thing is, like with the costume, it's not bad enough to where it's taking me out of the film. But that's only from one trailer that we've seen. So you know what I mean? Like I just have to see it more in action to see if I hate it or not. Because like in actual movement, I don't hate it. You know, like in actual movement, it's just these photos are so bad, bro.
Yeah.
Like so like because like when I watched the trailer it doesn't really bother me.
Yeah. I don't know how these photos ever hit the internet, bro.
Yeah,
This is crazy.
I mean dude, like there's AI art that's 10 times better than this stuff, bro.
Yeah. The fan made art looks better too.
Yeah,
Like,
and
yeah.
this is yeah.
What also bothers me about this movie is you say anything in support of something that has to do with this movie, you're like there's half the people that are like, oh, you're like, take gun out of your mouth, like, and then the other people are like, oh, you're a Snyder cultist. Like, is it that rare that someone is just real with you? Like, is that never seen anymore? Jesus Christ. I think the movie's gonna be good. It fucking better be. But I don't know what is going on because these photos they're just bad. Like, and there's something about it too with Superman. Superman is the most iconic superhero. And a lot of that I think comes down to the name, the costume, and obviously the legacy and the stories. But the name and the costume is a big part of it. And you have to meet that moment. And it seems these pictures don't meet that moment.
100%, bro. 100%. And it's like you in it just I don't know. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, it's so
It's
ridiculous.
ridiculous
Like,
because
you know how much is on the line. That's what bothers me about it. Like,
bro. And this is the same company that works with the likenesses of Game of Thrones. They work with the likenesses of Lord of the Rings, where or not, yeah, but you know what I'm saying. Like they work with these bigger companies to where, and even WB's content, like we've never seen a miss like this when it comes to promo. I'm like, bro, with BVS, bro, that promo was freaking insane, bro.
yeah, and that logo was so sick. Like the posters, the red logo on like the Dark Knight's reign, it was so sick. And I think it's a little different because I think like us comic book fans are online on Twitter, and Game of Thrones, I don't think was like that. But at the same time, I lived in New York City during like the Game of Thrones heyday, and you would see their ads everywhere, and they look insane, bro.
Yeah, bro.
I even know who the Night King is just because of the ads, and like at the second it started to get cold out, you would see winter is coming like everywhere. I
Yeah,
don't watch the show, bro.
that's hilarious.
Yeah. So I don't know. I just think it bothers me because James Gunn knows how much is riding on this movie. I will say, and I don't know why I should have just went hard on the kid, but I guess I cut him some slack unintentionally. But someone was like, in 18 months, we're going to be talking about David Zaslav tapping someone new as the head of DC Studios. And it's like, bro, you don't even get it. Like, if this doesn't work out, that's it. Like, DC
DOA.
is damaged goods, dead on arrival.
Yeah, I agree. And that's the part, bro, that just stresses me out with this is because, like, at the expense of bad movies, we expect the promo to be fire. Like, if this movie was trash, right? I expect the promos to be fire. And it's
the
just
promo is much easier than the movie. Well, like,
because you're just giving you could take all the best scenes out of the film and just throw them in the trailer. I mean, we've seen that happen 1,000 times.